지상파 채널 나와서처럼 유명한 인싸가 됐어.
What is good, y'all? This is JV here, and today got a special video for you guys. Got the HipHop Tag. Now, a little background on this. I was curious at the beginning of the year what direction y'all guys wanted me to do. Like with video, I have some extra time other than just filming reactions. So I was like, do you guys want me to do a Q&A, vlog, K-pop tag, or HipHop tag? And I posted a poll on Twitter, and by the votes it basically tied between K-pop and K-hip-hop, and I was like, yo, for real? So I guess I have to do both, and of course we're doing K-hip-hop first. So for y'all who are really excited about the K-pop tag, hold up, I'll get it done eventually. It'll be within the next few weeks, of course. It won't be too long from now, but we got the K-hip-hop tag here. Now basically I looked around and I didn't really see any K-hip-hop tags. This is not something I don't think that has been done or hasn't been done a lot. So what I did was I took a couple existing music tags, I drew different questions, kind of reformatted it, and there you go, I got a K-hip-hop tag. It's not the best tag, I know that. I'm gonna put it in the description below, all the questions. So if you want to film your own, I'll send it to you guys. I'm gonna send this to a couple other YouTubers I know and see maybe if they're interested in, and if they can make their own adjustments, so we can actually make this a tag going. Because I know there's a lot of music, you know, band tags, there's a lot of K-pop tags, but as for K-hip-hop, it's a smaller niche audience, so there's not as much stuff on YouTube for it. So sorry, my head's all crooked. So here we go. I have all my questions right here to the right, so I'm gonna be looking to the right a lot. That's just so I could read the questions and answer it for you guys. So let's get started. To start, there's 11 questions on here. I'm sorry it's an odd number, but yo, that's what I came up with. First question, favorite K-rapper at the moment? At the very moment right now, I would have to go with Owen Overdose. He's a younger MC over there from Jersey, I believe. He's been collabing a lot with like Nafla and Loopy and the dudes over there on the West Coast. They put some dope tracks over together. I think I don't know if he was in Miljingwon with Dumbfounded. Maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. But yo, Owen Overdose is so dope. He dropped a project not too long ago called Poem. I'll get to that later. That is, I think it's gonna come over in another question. Big fan of what Owen Overdose is doing though. He really has that like old school hip hop feel to him. I definitely feel like, you know, he got the bars with him, a lot of versatile kind of sounds on his last album. So he's who I'm listening to a lot also. And also he collabed with one of my favorite Korean MCs ever, Deep Flow, and they put out Heavily Overdose, sorry. They put out that track not too long ago, which wasn't on the album, surprisingly, and that song is absolutely fantastic. So I was like, yo, Owen Overdose is my guy right now. He's who I'm listening to. Second, one rapper that you always seem to come back to. That's my go-to rapper. That's kind of like in the English, Kanye. Like no matter what, I'm going back to Kanye. His discography, I just can't even go back to it. Other than the 90s shit that I'm always constantly listening to, like Jay, Nas, and you know, Rakim and shit like that. But for Korea, it has to be P-Type, man, no doubt. No matter how much time passes, no matter how many projects, bomb projects. You know, 2015 was a great year. A lot of great projects from like Dynamic Duo and Verbal Jet and shit like that. Yo, P-Type, man. Street Poetry, his 2014 release. So fantastic, man. So shout out to P-Type. He's my kind of like go-to guy. I will always listen to P-Type music and follow pretty much everything he does. Third question, what is/are your favorite K-hip-hop songs of all time? Alright, so this is a tough one. I had to kind of go in my iTunes, check around, see what I've been listening to a lot, and I narrowed it down to a couple. So let me pull those up. Okay. First off, we got Ayo by Jinushan, old school song. It's like came out like what, 98, 99 or something like that on the Rain album, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely fantastic. West Coast, you know, Korean hip hop kind of sounding thing. Jinushan, OG YG shit. Gotta always have respect for Jinushan. Bam by Dynamic Duo, I believe that was a 2013 release off their previous project, not the Grand Carnival, but the one before that. Forget the name of it. And oh, it's like Lucky Numbers or something like that. And yeah, absolutely fantastic song. It kind of, when I first started listening to Korean music, that was really popping at the time, so it kind of resonates with me in a certain way. Keep in mind, I've only been listening to Korean music really since 2013, so a lot of my stuff are newer. Even though I did go back and kind of fill in my backlog, a lot of my favorite stuff kind of is more recent, just because of when I started listening to the music and my kind of familiarity with it and kind of like the nostalgia that comes with that. As much nostalgia as you can have for something 3 years ago. But yeah, Dynamic Duos, bam, love that song. This one's actually I don't know if it's obscure, but I don't ever hear anyone talk about this guy. It's Kim Jin Pyo, or JP, I believe, because of Jin Pyo, with his song Forever that was on his JP7 release. Again, another 2013 release. Again, another time and place piece. When I first started listening to Korean music, that was really, really popping at the time. And I listened to that song today and I'm like, yo, like this song is so good. I believe he maybe put a lyric video out for it or something, or actually maybe it's just like a B-side track on his album. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think it even got a music video, but upon listening to the album, that was like a standout track for me. And so yo, check out JP7 if you haven't thus far. Again, Kim Jin Pyo, and especially his song Forever. And then lastly, one of my favorite Korean MCs, period, we got the dude Benzino with his song Dalivan Picasso. I believe another 2013 release. I'm sorry, guys. And I was having trouble because he has a lot of singles like Nike shoes and shit like that. He has his newer stuff like Break and shit like that. But yeah, Dalivan Picasso, to this day, man, I absolutely love that song. The whole vibe, the bars, the instrumentation behind it. It's one of my favorite Korean songs that I listen to at least once a week, maybe, since I started, you know, listening to Korean music. So that's, you can imagine all the views on that. Next question: top 3 played hip-hop K-hip-hop songs on my iTunes. Now this one is tough because my iTunes, I got a new computer because my old computer crashed, and so when I got my new iTunes and I restored and stuff like that, my old view count kind of went out the window. So these are like really recent songs, so I do apologize. This is not my top 3 listen to K-hip-hop songs of all time because again my iTunes crashed. So the top 3 songs we got are, and you guys are gonna hate me for this, I'm sorry, but these are just songs that I really like. The first one, my #1 top listen to song, this one's fine, is Bulldozer by Swings. Love that song. That's an intense song. I love Swings music. Second is Thinking About You by Loco. I don't know, that they're gonna be like, Loco, really? I love Loco's music, I really do, and to me that's just such a dope song. It feels so like Western to me. And then this last one, you guys know the song Jakdu by Deep Flow off his last album. Really big fan of Deep Flow, y'all. I've already talked about this album and this song enough times, so I'm not gonna even get into it. But yeah, Jakdu by Deep Flow. 5, most underrated K-hip-hop rapper in my opinion. In my opinion, I would have to narrow it down to 2 that come to my head right away. It would definitely I can't decide between these. It's either Nuxall or Sapo. Big fan of both of their work. And I mean, there's space for like Demento maybe in there too, but I'm gonna keep it down to Nuxall and Sapo. Big fan. I know Sapo's a rookie. Nuxall's been doing it for a while. I've known him since he did like RHYDO, so I know he's been doing his thing for a bit. But big fan of their work, man. Both are really incredible MCs that I really don't feel like they get the looks that they deserve. Hopefully with time, you know, I see Sapo getting a lot of looks in terms of ciphers. Nuxall is slowly moving up. You know, he collabs with his crew, and then he does some big stuff with like D-Flow and shit like that. So he's making moves out here. Nuxall is gonna break for sure. Sapo, I hope with time he could break. I know he's making big moves over there in the underground, you know, street cipher circuit kind of over there. Number 6, which rapper do I own the most albums by? I had to go into my iTunes, and again, because my iTunes crashed, I tried to restore all my music that I had. But as of right now, it's Swings. I have the most projects by Swings. I have 4 complete projects with him and a plethora of singles. So I have the most music by a single artist. It's Swings. I have the whole thing, you know, his mixtapes and all his stuff. What was the last song I listened to? New song, Indigo Child. We got Bosco, Blacknut, C-Gem, and Genius No Chang. So you definitely got the guys over there at Just Music doing their thing. Please check out this song if you haven't. Indigo Child. It's immediately on my playlist. I don't think they have not put out a music video for it. I really hope they do. It's an incredible song. Every MC comes out, and if you know No Chang, he always goes nuts on a song. This is yet another one he goes nuts. C-Jam coming with the bars, Vasco opening it up, and then Black Nut, a surprisingly great contribution by him as well. So that was the last song I listened to. Number 8, name 4 of your favorite K-hip-hop albums. So this one was really tough. I had to like narrow it down and go through my entire like discography, and again, these are just some of my favorites. I'm not saying these are the best, these are just what I find myself going back to a lot. Number 1, Esen's Anecdote. There's no need for an argument. This is something that I stupidly left off my top K-hip-hop albums of the year of last year, and that was so stupid of me. And that, to me, that's one of the best albums of all time. I cannot believe I overlooked that. So for now, for my K-hip-hop tag, I'm including it. My number 1 favorite Korean album probably has to be, you know, Esen's Anecdote. Next, we got Binzino's 2426. Fantastic songs on that. Dynamic Duo's 7th album, Lucky Numbers, you know, their 2013 release. Primary and the Messengers LP. And then Jinu Sean's The Rain. Wait, let me see. Yeah, they said name 4 of my favorite K-hip-hop albums. I'm sorry, I named 5, but these albums, I need them all. Yeah, man, Primary, Jinu Sean, The Rain. I went into Jinu Sean before, and then Primary. There's no need for me to explain that. Number 9, my top K-hip-hop instrumentals. It would have to be, yeah, Jakdu, G2's Yaga, Wutan, his song Dodo Do. What do I have here? Oh, Don, by, you know, it has Vasco, The Quiet, Doki on it. Big fan of that instrumental. So yeah, those are the ones that immediately come to mind. And again, maybe like Ayo by Jinu Sean has a dope. And also, you know that Binzino track, Boogie On and On? Well, on Doki's, not his last project, because that was Multi-Millionaire or something like that, Multillionaire. The one before that, which he had the part 1 and part 2, he did a remix to Boogie On and On, the G mix. That is fantastic. That instrumental bumps. So check that out if you haven't. Number 10, albums that I've been listening to recently. I pulled up a couple here. Okay, so we got Owen Overdose's Poem. Went into it a little bit earlier. You know, great album. I feel like criminally overlooked. People are not showing as much love to that album as they should. Fantastic album. We got Young Lion with the Life Changes EP that he dropped not too long ago. I've been listening to that a lot. And then Vasco's Mad Max that came out the tail end of 2015. Been bumping that a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It says albums I've been listening to lately. As far as the Korean rap scene, there's been a lot of singles I've been listening to lately, but not too many like full projects. So those are like the 3 main full projects that I've been listening to. And then the last question is, why do I like K-hip-hop? And this is a really interesting question, and that actually a lot of people do ask me. I have, you know, friends online and friends in real life who maybe listen to K-pop or they listen to hip-hop, but a lot of them don't really understand necessarily why I would listening to something as lyrical as rap music in a language I don't understand. You know, to me, hip-hop's always transcended a language. Hip-hop is a vibe, it's a mood. To me, it's a way to communicate, and to me, there's more, you can communicate in more ways than just, you know, overt language that I can understand. And of course, you can always look up the lyrics. People forget that. It's like, yeah, you can look up lyrics of songs. Yeah, man, I love hip-hop of all kinds. I'm not gonna limit myself to one language or one country, you know what I mean? I'm a big hip-hop fan, so I want to consume as much hip-hop as possible, which means that, like, why would I isolate myself to one side of the world, you know what I mean, when there's really dope stuff going on elsewhere? I mean, there's dope stuff happening in Africa. I mean, look at Die Antwoord. You know, if you only listen to American music, you wouldn't, you know, hear some of their stuff. There's great stuff going in, like Frankie doing his thing over there in Bosnia. I believe that's where he's from. There's some dope stuff going on in France. There's dope stuff going on in the UK grime scene. I mean, Korea, obviously. Japan I've been getting into lately. Lately I've been doing some reaction to some Chinese stuff. So I mean, why isolate, you know, myself to one place or one language when I feel like hip-hop is good quality hip-hop, and hip-hop production and DJing is happening all around the world. So why do I like K-hip-hop? Because I think the Koreans are making some really great stuff, and I think there's some people over there who really have a passion for the craft, who really want to master, you know, their lyricism and their flow and their delivery. And I think there's a real, you know, sincere love of hip-hop over there, and that there's some real dope stuff in there. So, you know, I really took a liking to what the Koreans are doing. You know, when I say I love K-hip-hop, that doesn't mean I love it more than I love American hip-hop. You know, I think I just love it all. I love hip-hop, period, and I don't find a need to really differentiate between Korean versus American versus Japanese. I mean, hip-hop is hip-hop in my opinion. But yeah, man, that's it for you guys. Again, I'm gonna leave the questions down below. If you guys please spread this around to your favorite YouTubers. If you know they love K-hip-hop, or they're interested in K-hip-hop, tell them to check out this tag and make any adjustments that they want. I know this tag is not perfect by any means, but it's a start. And if you guys know if anybody did a K-hip-hop tag, please let me know. I would like to, you know, shout out to them. But I didn't bump into any from me looking. So this is the K-hip-hop tag. I'm gonna send it to all my friends. Hopefully, you know, some of them check it out, and stay on the lookout for more of these. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below some of your answers to these questions if you don't want to make a video. Till next time, this is JV. I love you guys. Bye.